So here we are, the unveiling of my new rooms. You guys were used to seeing one large room before, but now I have two rooms. This is my office. I've broken it down into an office and my studio. So everything I do on the computer is in this room. Come up with my ideas, and some of my stuff is stored in this room, to be honest. So this is the new office. I still have the blue theme in this room, as you will see. The other room is not blue. So it's like blue and gray. And I have all of my aprons here, and you will see why once we go to the other room. So all my aprons and bags and names and stuff like that are all here. So we'll start over here. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy, but yeah, so I am not going to go in every single cubby because the cubbies haven't changed from the last video, which I will show and have shared for you up top in the right hand corner, where you can go and look at that whenever you want. And that will be my last craft room. The cubbies for the most part are exactly the same, pretty much in the same spots. So here I do have my beads, and I had these before, but I had them in my other room. I had another room besides that big room in the other house. So you guys probably did not see that. It was kind of like my vintage room, cat room, with my odds and ends in it. These, I just got a whole bunch of these for anybody who's Canadian. It's a restaurant we have, but these are a logo they no longer use, so I have tons of matches. This is just the case for, and actually my typewriter, which I have to take out. So that's my blue typewriter that you guys have always seen. There's some of my washi. This actually, I have stuff that I store here, but right now I'm just drawing some flowers, so that's why that's there. This has just got some pictures in it, which I'm going to change out right away. These are all my papers I use in my printer. And then here are some of my records. Here I store all of my scrapbook papers and some of the papers I use in my journals. And you'll see some of those there. This, of course, is still my cat room, so all my cat stuff is in here. Some of the magazines and things I collect. I try to really keep it separate. There are some things that are still crafty-like, I guess, that could be in the other room. I just don't have the room in the other room for it, because the other room it's about the same size as this room. But you will see I have all the other stuff that was in the other room in my previous room in that room. So yeah, there's those. Some of my more collectible things. That box down there is just stuff I'm selling. And then some of my watercolors and things. So when I want to do this kind of stuff, I grab it and then take it to the studio. Some of my plants and my trinkety stuff. These are all my rocks and stones and gems that are shaped like hearts. These are crystals. And then just some rocks I have from some special places. These are all my vintage cameras. So I have those up on display. And then when we come over to here, sorry if I'm going too fast, my cats hang out there with me. They have a lovely view of outside. So they get to stare at the birds and whoever comes into our yard. Those are all my vintage papers in that apple crate, which I still use for many things. Both my printers with paper, my recycle, I always have to have that around. And then this is where I do all my editing, my videos, and everything else I might need to do. And this is this room. So yeah, this is my office. And now we are going to go to the studio. This is the entranceway to my studio. I frosted over the glass. You can see it's just some decor frosting. And I just bought that from Home Depot. But I put that on the glass, on the patio doors, because this used to be our hot tub room. When I bought this house, or I should say when we bought the house, we had a hot tub room behind these doors. And we had that taken out. So I will show you the pictures of what this looked like before. I don't think I have any pictures with the hot tub, or maybe I can find one, but this is what it looks like now. This is my art studio. And I'm just gonna let you know, some things look like they're unfinished because we've just ordered new windows. So I'm having windows put into the room. So I'm gonna have a new door and new windows and baseboards put in. So as you can see from the other pictures, we had a new floor put in. So that's the new floor. There is a beautiful skylight in here, so it gives off lots of light. There's my skylight. Plus we have huge windows in here, plus the door. So I have nothing but natural light in this room all the time. So let's start from over here. As you walk in, there's the door there. This is where I store a lot of my stuff. Those down there are journals that are going to be coming up and different things I'm making, so they're already pre-planned. In this bin, I'm not going to pull it out, but that's all same thing. It's all projects that are already pre-planned and ready to go. Here's some bins where I actually store some of my things that I'm going to use. Those are some eyelets. Here we have a whole bunch of different little papers and things like that that I add. Those are all my punches. Those are just smaller papers, some 8x8, 6x6, and 6x8s. Those are some other little trinkets and doodaddies and pictures and stuff that I add to my creations. Same thing, lots of different creations. And that bin down there, that is more projects that are already ready to go. Here I have paintbrushes, and you'll see this a lot. Like I have so many little pieces and things to go into my journals and creations. Here, it's kind of the same thing. I have some puffy stickers, which these go into my actual journals I write in, and my traveler's notebooks. So I have those. These are a lot of these rub-ons. And any of you who are watching this, if you have the old Making Memories rub-ons, the alphas, I would love to get my hands on those if you have some, because I love them and I covet them. As you can see, I have a few packs. I really like those. So these are all actual library cards that were in books that haven't been written on. So I have those put into creations. I'll go up here. These are all my old stamps. These are all index cards and Rolodex cards. These are just pieces from advertising and stickers and all kinds of little things to go into creations. This one down here is all postcards. So I have tons and tons of postcards in there. This is some of my smaller rubber stamps that I use fairly often. So they're in here, so I can just grab them when I want to. These are photo corners. So I have tons of photo corners. I don't use them very often anymore. These are all plain cards, so I can change them up, turn them, into artistic bits of creations. I have all sizes in here. This is all my metal. I have tons of different metal, whether it's corners for books, you name it. There's tons of different metal pieces in here. And this is smaller things. So like whether it's stickers, washi, some pieces of lace, different little things I can add on. And then here, Same thing. I have lots of little pieces, bits and pieces. Here I have all of my tags. I've got lots of tags to create. These are all my Lorna Taylor stamps. I have quite a few of them. So I have all those there. Here, this is just some odd knickknacks and whatnots. And then I have some dried flowers in case I want to use those for a creation or to make paper, which I have videos on that as well. Up here, it's all decorative. It's my plants and some of the creations I've made. My weebles. Yeah, so I have that up there. I love these. These remind me of when I was a little kid. I think we used to have these on my wall in my bedroom. So I found these at a sale and I bought them. This is my table. I have my spinner and yeah, I have all my goods in there that I might need. I always have a magazine on the go. These are my 2 journals that you guys have seen if you watch my videos that are on the go, and I just have them in here to grab when I need to add stuff. We'll go down here. I have my stool that I sit at. And then my tables, or my trolleys, I should say, that I pull out. So these have not changed since previous videos, but I have all of my different pens and my Stabilos and my Poscas and everything I need for those kind of things. These are all of my sprays. I have all of my tapes and adhesive here. Then down here, I don't know if you can see properly, I have some of my things like my Wink of Stella and those kinds of things. Then I have my gel plates, a little bit of wallpaper, and my glue sticks down here. So that is that one. I have a few different carts. I'll show you the other ones. This cart I have just odds and ends. I have stickers at the bottom. Here I have containers. This one I have like things like sandpaper and just different bits and things like of wallpapers and things. I have boxes to use for journals. Here, this one here, my Mickey trolley. I have all of my paints. Then I have more paint, and I have my alcohol inks and things like that down there. And then here I have all of my Tim Holtz. Those are all filled. Tim Holtz ink, as well as my VersaFines. VersaFines and Versamarks and things like that are down there. We're going to come across. This is one of my trunks. I have a few trunks, but here's one of them. And then up here, I just have a whole bunch of lace and trims. So my lace and ribbons are all right here. I have lots more, but these are some of the more prettier ones that I use on a regular basis. My desk. So basically where I create, I film here, and I also watch videos or will do feedbacks, lives, that kind of thing. I have my laptop here. And yeah, some of my other stuff I use on a regular basis. So, my best furry friend, Chuckie. Hi, Ash. Nuggie, say hi. So that's my little buddy who's usually with me in either room. Okay, so here, don't fall off. Here I have a bunch of stuff too. I have adhesive plus some of my mediums like modeling paste and my gel mediums, all kinds of stuff here. And it's kind of taking up the top part of the whole cart here. You can see here, these ones are for more so for fabric, so when I'm putting my journals together. So I have those. Down here, I have my papers. These are all Tim Holtz. So I have those all down here. My paper towel, because things get messy. Then if I turn this, I have some of my Prima, my Dina Wakley. And then we'll go here. Here's some of my tools. So here are some of my brayers. And then I've got foam stamps down here with palettes. those are all my acrylic blocks and some other stuff in there. So that's that cart. Then if I go up here, some of these aren't filled because I just, before I moved, got rid of a bunch of stuff, as you guys saw, and sold a whole bunch of things that I don't use. These ones here tend to be like, that is cording for jewelry making. This is more jewelry making stuff. This is more jewelry making stuff. This is more jewelry making stuff. And then, as you can see, these are giant paper clips and these are binder coils. And those are just for artistic. There's I have the video, and I can send that, put the link down below in the description of how to make one of these awesome tools. So it works awesome if you're doing stamping. So you want your Chuckie, as Gina K says. So this has got all of my milk bottle caps. I've got quite a few of them. And then here, not all of these are filled. Some of them don't have anything in them. I just kind of put stuff in here as I go. And I got this at an antique store. See, this one has nothing in it right now because, like I said, I got rid of a lot of stuff. Love this when you're frustrated. Of course, mine is a cat. Just pop those things out. And then this one is a whole bunch of my floss for my bindings on my journals. This down here is just odds and, ends and bits and pieces. When I'm putting together a journal, sometimes I add what I need and just put it in there so it's at my beck and call when I need it. This is all my scrap paper. Down here is my large tubs of gesso. So I have my white Demco gesso and my black golden gesso. That's just water if I need it for whatever I'm creating and to water my plants. And there's my scoring. And down here, let's see, I'll start down here. These are all, I've got stencils, I've got I'm not going to take them out, but I've got stencils, I've got bits and pieces of things to put in journals and whatnot, plus my Lavinia stamps. I've got lots of those. This one down here is all my acrylic stamps. This one is all of my rubber stamps. I've got my crocodile. You might have seen my other one. I have two of them. This is my Tim Holtz stamping platform. These are my Tim Holtz, my Dina Wakley stamps, so I just have those there. These are some more stamps that I have. They're smaller stamps, but I use them quite often, so they're in a bag. So I can just grab it. All of my dies and embossing folders, my Tim Holtz paper dolls. This container right here that I'm showing you is also Tim Holtz paper dolls. I have tons. These are all clips and attachments for different things like pins and whatnot. This is for when I tend to go and scrapbook with friends. I don't do a whole lot of that anymore, but I do have that. This is one of my die cut machines and its tools. Those are all there. And this is all stuff I use for my traveler's notebook. So that's all that stuff there. We move up. These are my art journal books, plus my collage books. This is my book that has all of my stamp colors or my ink colors, so I know what I have. And then these are journals and things that I'm going to be using or I'm using now. I love this. I can't wait to use it. It's a daily journal from 1937. It's totally empty. Two of these. I have 12 of these. I love this style of trimmer, and they don't make them anymore. So every time I find one, I buy it in case it works. And all my friends that find them buy them for me as well. These are all my distress crayons. And also my scribble sticks, I've got those. These are my pencil crayons, so I've got pencil crayons there. These are my journals. So these are ones I'm selling. These are all for sale, and they're all pretty much on my my YouTube channel or in Etsy. So the links are all down below. And those go for those as well. These two I haven't started to use yet, but this one is on my YouTube channel. More bits and pieces. This is the same type of bin that I showed you before, but it's all Christmas. So when I make my Christmas stuff, I pull out that whole bin. Just some fun stuff. My plant. This is from Ali Edwards' Week in the Life of class, and I took that back in 2006 or 7. Went to convention in California. So there's those things. I hang my tools here, so I've got my heat gun and my embossing gun, and I think I've got another embossing gun floating around here somewhere. Underneath my table, I have my Gemini. I don't use it very often, so I just leave it there and pull it out as needed. So this is my studio, and I can't wait until the windows are installed and I can put my new curtains up. But I'm loving it. It's got a lot of natural light and a lot of nature. So I see a lot of birds coming here, squirrels and all kinds of things. Thank you everybody for looking at my 2 rooms. I would love to know what you think. I'm going to be adding more stuff, and once my new windows get in and it's completely finished, I will show you guys, and probably have another video, who are we kidding, and let you guys know of the changes that have been made. So I thank you guys for watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, because there's lots more feeds coming and lots more videos. And I would love to just get some feedback from you guys on what you would like to see. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and drop me a comment. Thanks again, everybody. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.